Of course, a lot has been happening in the Nigerian uh, Premier Football League, especially last weekend, match day 8. It's no longer in news. Before we dwell into what happened in match day 8, I will quickly look at the hula baloo that has been going on around, the security glitches in one of the top clubs we have in NPFL, which is the Canopilla. The last match they played with Shooting Stars in Ibadan has been the talk of the town, especially in the last couple of days. Yes.
Yes, so my people, how on a day? This is Niger, and this time we're bringing to you guys something different, something new on SOLOPREDICT Sports TV. My name is Muno Sings, but of course, I didn't come here to sing. We came here to talk football, and this is what SOLOPREDICT Sports TV brings to you every time. You know, say sometimes, why do you talk sometimes? Every time we talk about the Champions League, Premier League, the European League, and what's not. I think it's about time we talk about the Nigerian League. I'm talking about the NPFL. You know, we need to start talking about our own thing as Nigerians, as patriotic Nigerians. If you're not patriotic as a Nigerian, please, you can take that door. But if you know that you're a true Nigerian, African, you might want to listen, because on this segment, this is the pilot segment that we are giving to you right now. And I have somebody that, I see to be a legend in the media space of football. No other than Mr. Hakeem. Mr. Hakeem, nice to meet you.
It's a pleasure meeting you.
It's good to have you here on SOLOPREDICT Sports TV.
Glad to be here too.
It's been a long time since we've been trying to have you on this show. But thank God say we don't hold you today. We don't catch you for we don't hold you for trouser today. And it's good times for us to start to look and delve into the Nigerian football settings. And no other best person than you. So just give us previews, news, what we need to know, the things that we need to look out for in the Nigerian league.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mono.
Yeah.
Our viewers out there, once again, I'll say have a blessed Thursday. We are very sunny Thursday, and everybody is looking beautiful, looking handsome, looking kinky in the studio. I love that. Yes, quick one. Let's quickly look at what is happening. I'll give a wrap, a preview, and the review of what happened in the Nigerian Premier.
You really speak this for now.
Yeah, so,
I need to relax, because now you get this. Now you get this session.
A lot has been happening in Nigerian Professional Football League, or Nigerian Premier Football League, as the nomenclature be, because it's only the nomenclature that changes over time.
Okay.
Sometimes we call it Nigerian Professional Football League. We call it Nigerian Premier Football League. But as it stands, we go with Nigerian Premier Football League, NPFL, and that is the highest professional football league in Nigeria. We have the second division in Nigeria, which is the NNL, Nigerian Nationwide League, and we have the NLO, which is the third division. But we are not going there today. Of course, a lot has been happening in the Nigerian Premier Football League, especially last weekend, match day 8. It's no longer in news. Before we dwell into what happened in match day 8, I will quickly look at the hula baloo that has been going on around, the security glitches in one of the top clubs we have in NPFL, which is the Canopilla. The last match they played with Shooting Stars in Ibadan has been the talk of the town, especially in the last couple of days. Yes, we have. I want to say here categorically in the studio that the chief operating officer of the NPFL, in person of Barrister Davison Oumi, and the league body, the disciplinary committee, they've come out with a measure to make sure this is not continue. This is not going to be a continuous action of some of these clubs. Clubs found wanting breaching the security breaches and other protocols around this football league, around the stadium will definitely be dealt with. Yes, quick one. Just like I said, Canopilla has been fined with 9 million naira. Of course, this is not the first time Canopilla will be getting that heavy fine. And the last, since 2019 to date, they have been fined with close to 36. Now, 36 plus 9, that should be about 45 million naira now.
What was the reason for the fine?
Thank you. The breaches, that security breaches when you don't have enough security on ground to control the spectators. Now, the last match against Shooting Stars, there was a kind of equalizing goal on the field of play.
Okay.
But the fans were so angry, furious at the third official, who happens to be the referee assistant. And during the course of that, they discovered there was an offside. But the referee, the linesman or the referee assistant did not signal to the center referee that there was an offside position. And that led to the equalizing goal by Shooting Stars at the death of the game. And so what
are you
what
trying
happened?
to tell me there's no VAR in Nigeria?
Of course, we are going to get there because before the start of this league, we were told there's going to be one. As the league was about to commence, we were told it's not going to happen again this season, according to who happens to be the DG of the NPFL.
Okay.
But yes, Canopillars, they were unable to control their spectators. And because of that, the spectators came into the field. As they came into the field, they started pursuing these the officials. They started pursuing the officials, the players, until the players were whisked out of the stadium with the...
So what really happened on the pitch? Like, what was the reason for the fine?
Of course, there's just like I said, security breaches when the team is unable to provide adequate personnel, security personnel on the field. What happened? The incident that led to the fine coming or encroaching or coming to the pitch, chasing the players and the officials away, was just because of the lack of communication between the center referee and the referee assistant. There was a kind of an offside position from a Shooting Star forward, and the referee assistant did not signal. There was no communication between the center referee and the referee assistant, and that offside position trap set by the Canopilla defense line led to the equalizing goal from Shooting Stars at the death of the game, and the game ended 1-1. Immediately, the center referee blasts the whistle. That's the end of the game. The fan trooping to the pitch, nobody to control them, chasing players away, chasing
it was chaos.
Officials. Too much.
And this is why
we're talking about clubs with highest number of fans turning out every week to watch these clubs playing on the field. Canopilla is one. The field is always, the Sonny Abacha Stadium is always filled to the brim. And now what happened? They could not control the situation. Players sustaining injury. But at the end of the day, we saw the clip, we saw the video, we watched it live, and we said, no, NPFL must do something. And 24 hours later, there was a kind of, without even going for emphasis.
This is why when I watch football sometimes, and the referee goes on to look at the VAR, and you're agitated, like, I beg, we'll play this thing, see this thing. I'll be like, no, this is very, very necessary, because even the fans need to see that you're trying to remedy the situation. Even if you want to do something different, the fans are going to see that, okay, they watched it and this is what they decided on. But when you have things happen like this in real time, I mean, we're human beings. But still, this is SOLOPREDICT Sports TV. We do not we talk against violence. We do not preach violence. As Nigerians, we should, showcase more patience and decorum when it comes to things like this.
Of course, exactly. That is,
but as we be as Nigerians,
just like what's happened now, what the chief operating officer and the disciplinary committee came out with is a good measure. because
Okay.
Kano Pillar was banned to Katsina State for their 10 home games on the minimum. So they are not going to be playing their own game in Sani Abacha Stadium again. So pending the time that they were able to put check to their spectators, that's one of the fine. Other 3 points were deducted from their point. If you look at the table now, they are on the bottom. They are at the bottom, 20 on the log. So Campbell has to be very careful if they don't want to go to relegation this time around. So they deducted 3 points. They banished them to Katsina United. They pay every fine of 9 million naira, ₦1 million to go to the players. The officials are going to take part of this money, and at the same time, the league body will also take part of the money. And so these are the measures.
Wow.
But the interesting fact, now, the interesting thing again is that Kano Pillar is playing in Sani Abacha Stadium this weekend. Thing is that this match day 9 over the weekend, Kano Pillar is still going to make use of that Sani Abacha Stadium, despite the banning to Katsina State. Why? Is because Barao FC, the newcomer to the league, they got promoted to the league, to NPFL from NNL this season.
Okay.
So Barao FC, they are also a
Kano based. Did you just say Barao FC?
Barao.
Okay.
So Barao FC based in Kano. That is the stadium they also use as their home field, home pitch.
Yeah.
And now they are going to be at home. So playing Kano Pillar.
Okay.
So because they are the one playing at home, they are not seeing Kano Pillar playing home game. They are playing away game. So that means they are still going to make use of that Sani Abacha Stadium. But the interesting fact there now is this: no spectators will be allowed in, despite the fact that Kano Pillar is playing away.
Okay.
So they are not going to allow spectators. It's only the officials, the match commissioners, the accredited media personnel, and the coaches will be allowed to the stadium. So that is what happened in Kano. Another interesting fact, interesting thing about our league is that this Kwara United, and I'm still going to talk about this Barao FC. Maybe let me quickly finish that before going into Kwara United. Yesterday, there was a memo released by Barao FC that their coach is still with them, despite the fact that there was a press release on Tuesday that their coach is no longer with them. He resigned due to family reasons. And we are talking of one of these big coaches in Nigeria, Ladambozo. Ladambozo happens to be the coach of Barao FC. Now we're told that Ladambozo is still with them. That was yesterday. The club released the press statement. But to my surprise again today, we questioned where is this coming from? These are the things that
these are conspiracies that are happening on the ground.
Sometimes in our league, we need to address some of these issues very well. But today, the NPFL has acknowledged, the league body has acknowledged that Ladambozo is no longer with Barao FC. As of today, Barao now came out that they have replaced their coach with another coach. So meaning that Ladambozo is no longer with them. And if you look at in the last couple of weeks, this is still match day 8, we have about 4 coaches out of job in our league.
So there's also a problem with the media.
So there is problem maybe
with the media.
Maybe it is their own media officer, because each club has their own media team. Maybe the problem is from there.
That means you're saying there's a conspiracy somewhere.
Hopefully. I wouldn't take that away from our league. And this is one of the entrances, and one of the challenges, and one of the things that we need to be talking about in our league.
I mean, there's no better time to talk about things like this, especially now that we are playing. This is the international week.
Yes,
we are playing World Cup qualifications, and people like you can drive us down into some of the sub reasons why even the Nigerian team is affected by these things. Yeah. So this is what SOLOPREDICT Sports TV brings to you. Maybe, just maybe, in fact, we're going to make that something. This will be coming as news because I find this really, really, really interesting, to know that these kind of things happen in the Nigerian league.
Nigerian league.
Because there's no way you tell me these things don't affect the ladder up to, the national team, because we're supposed to get very, very good structure. First, I heard that almost everybody playing for the South African Bafana team.
They were home base.
Yeah, home base.
They played right if you're not playing in Mamelodi Sundown, you are in Orlando Pirates. If you're not in Orlando, you are in.
And sometimes United. Nigeria, we've had a really, really good outing internationally with home base players. So
it's another topic of the day, because what we're saying out there in our national team, it's
as a result of things like this.
If you look at the chanting that went out for the last outing last month, we didn't do well, and that is the result of our league. I acknowledged that our league is improving. I acknowledge that fact, that we are now getting there.
Yes.
But it is not where we are. We are not yet where we are supposed to be.
But there's an improvement. I think we can start from there and be optimistic about it and be positive about it, that, Nigeria is going somewhere. At least me, I'm a very optimistic person. And because I love my country so much. Okay, so, Mr. Hakim, we would like to know, because I'm very, very sure there are so many Nigerians out there and also fans of Nigerian football around the world that do not know these clubs, maybe by name or something, or by identity. So can you tell us the top clubs to look out for, or watch out for?
Good. Yes, for those that in Nigeria, number one, let me quickly just put this. We have 20 teams.
Okay.
In NPFL. Just like we have it in Premier League over there. Yes, we have a 20 team.
Okay.
Presently on the top of the league, we have Nasarawa United from Nasarawa State. Yes, and
my Northern Brothers.
The Northern Brothers, of course, yes. So they are topping the table. Of course, we have Eyimba too. It's also part of the team up there. But the funnest thing, everybody is expecting Eyimba to do well. Everybody is saying what is happening to Eyimba. But I will say that gradually, with the new coach they have now, Eyimba is now coming back gradually to the table. But if you look at what is happening to the defending champion, which Remo Stars, though they have their outstanding, but they are also coming up. But let me quickly just put it this way, that on the log, we have Nasarawa United, who happens to be the top of the table. Then, last in match day 8, Nasarawa United they went all the way away from home, and they won their game. 6 home wins in match day 8, 3 draws, and
so if we're going to rule out what they are presently playing, when you talk about depth in a club, not who's leading now, like the big clubs, the big boys. Which clubs are the big boys? Let's just say first 4.
Presently,
whether they top, whether they lead for
Remo Stars.
Okay.
Yes, and if you look at where they are on the log now, 13. Though they are, it's just because they have
Israel Monsters.
Remo Stars.
Remo Stars.
Remo Stars is from Ekene in Ogun State. They are the one representing Ogun State.
Okay.
And they are the defending champion.
Okay.
They won the league last season. So for me, because of the fact that they won the league last season, and they went virtually all their own game last season unbeaten, and they have one of the best coaches we have in Nigeria presently, Daniel Ogumodede, who happens to be the second assistant referee to Eric Sekushel, and the Super League. Super Eagles list, Super Eagles team.
Okay.
So they are the best. But on the log now, we have Abia Warrior, who happens to be in the second position.
Okay.
Nasarawa United with 19 points.
Okay.
After the match day 8,
okay,
they are topping the table.
Okay.
Abia Warriors from Abia State, they are second on the log. So with 15 points. Then we now have Eyimba one-time
I've
powerhouse.
always heard Imba growing up. Imba,
So they are
Imba.
13 on the
So
log.
not
Of course,
surprised.
they have won Champions League, CAF
Okay.
Champions League twice. That's
Okay.
why they are the biggest club in
It should be
Nigeria.
Imba now, because Imba name the ring for my head.
So Eyimba. Then fourth on the log is Rivers United. That is where we have Coach Finidi George as their
Okay.
coach. So they are fourth on the log, though they received every blow last week. The match they hit. Bayelsa United went all the way from Yenagoa to defeat them at the back of their own house there in Port Harcourt.
Okay.
That is not a good omen for Coach Finidi George anyway. But it's one of those things in the game. Home win in Nigeria now. One of the beauty or goodies we are seeing in Nigerian league now is that away team can now have the confidence that I can come to your house and beat you. Nothing will happen. Unlike before, you hold your house, I hold my house. But now it's not like that.
Okay.
So you have away team beating anybody. So now we have Shooting Stars. Also there from Ibadan. They are the one coming representing
five. This is the fifth.
The fifth one. Okay. You have Katsina United. Okay. They are sixth on the log from Katsina State. Then you also have Ikorodu City. They are the one representing Lagos. And they use Mobolaji Johnson Arena as their home ground. Okay. So Ikorodu City.
I think we should end them.
If you look at the bottom, if you look at the bottom, 30. I think we need to look at the bottom table now. After the 3 points that have been deducted.
Okay.
Yes, Canopilla, they are 20 on the log.
Okay.
Just with 5 points. After match day 7, because they have outstanding. Then you have a Barao FC, the newcomer, 19 on the log. They're already in the relegation zone. Bended Insurance from Benin, they're also in relegation zone, though they have changed their new coach. Kennedy Boboye has just resumed last week. Yesterday. He was unveiled yesterday as their new coach. Kennedy Boboye happens to be one of the biggest coaches we have in Nigeria. And Bendel maybe he's there to rescue Bendel Insurance from. They call themselves Benin Arsenal. Of course, you know Arsenal over there. You know how they always dilly-dally when it comes to. So the same thing.
They see my Arsenal fans in SOLOPREDICT will come after
then
you.
Kun Khalifa is also in relegation zone. They're also a newcomer. Kun Khalifa is another club that they are small. They are newborn. Okay. So these are the clubs at the bottom table, the bottom 4. And out of this bottom 4, I'm very sure that 2 will go on relegation.
Okay. Mr. Hakim, I mean, I'm enjoying this also, but I see the passion that you bring to what you do as a sports, journalist.
Thank you.
And I appreciate that. Thank you for coming to SOLOPREDICT Sports TV. And for a fact, I'm very sure that we're going to do this again. Mr. Hakim, thank you very much. If I leave us to continue this thing, no go finish, because Naija matter.
A full bracket,
a full basket, and they finish. So this is why I'm going to tell all the fans, SOLOPREDICT Sports TV fans, that we're going to be doing this every Thursday. Right, Mr. Hakim?
Yeah, sure.
We're going to be doing this every Thursday. We're going to come here, they analyze Nigerian football, because to be honest, we need to start taking our country serious. And it starts from now. It starts from places. It starts from platforms like this, and you get it on SOLOPREDICT Sports TV. Make sure you tune in every Thursday. It can't get better than this, or it can get better than this. But hey, you only get it on SOLOPREDICT Sports TV. My name is Muno Sings. This is Mr. Hakim. Make sure you keep yourself locked in.
Okay.
Peace out.